Congratulations to the telecommunication companies. After several years of tirelessly waging war against net neutrality, they finally managed to strike down the shield protecting services provided by third parties such as Netflix, Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus, YouTube, and Amazon Prime. 2014 is starting out to be a really good year for ISPs. Back on January 14th, the federal court ruled that net neutrality treated internet providers as more of a public utility like gas, electricity, water. Unfortunately, this was counter to previous FCC rulings and led to the federal court striking down net neutrality. Earlier this month, AT&T CEO stated he was confident that the government had chosen the right person to lead the FCC. Red flag right there. Danger, Will Robinson. The moment a major advocate against something like net neutrality that's there to protect other companies and the end user comes out as saying the right person has been picked to lead the charge and continue this committee, this group, you know that things are about to hit the fan, the guillotine's about to drop, and things just aren't really going to get that much better moving forward. Now, fast forward to today, when it was announced that the FCC will be proposing new rules in the next few weeks that will allow ISPs to offer a private connection to companies at rates that they determine. So they can charge Amazon one rate for their video service, charge Netflix another. It really doesn't have to be anything remotely the same, which unfortunately is a really bad idea. But we've already seen something similar to this happen earlier this month when Comcast and Netflix reached that agreement where Netflix would get its own private connection so that their customers would get better speeds. And since then, we've already seen about a 65% increase, give or take, in that video performance, which is great, except now it's leading to a cost increase. Right now, it's only trickling down to new subscribers at about a $1 to $2 rate increase, but you know that it's almost certainly coming to those of us that already have the service, and none of us want our bill to go up if it doesn't have to. If the ISPs have their way, the cost of services, especially the ones competing against their own or ones they're backing, are almost certainly the ones that are going to start increasing. For case in point, Comcast backs Hulu, and now AT&T, as of this week, is working on their own alternative. Why would they want you to have good service from Netflix, or in AT&T's case from Hulu, or from Amazon Video, when they can try and get you to buy into their own services that they offer or backing and make money off of? And by having this dialogue going on at these events, it'll lead to more of those private connections that are very expensive for these companies to put in, and that comes back to trickling down to the end consumer, to us. There's a reason why internet shouldn't be treated as it is right now, or as the FCC is wanting it to be. In this day and age, internet really isn't a nice to have anymore. It's not a frill. It's not something we just go and get because we want to have it. It's not like just like I want to go out and get a Lamborghini just because. We almost are to the point where we really do require it, at least throughout a large amount of our day-to-day lives. We use it at work. We use it in school. Researchers use it as a means to not only communicate, but find more information. In fact, even companies are turning to voice over internet systems opposed to old landline systems. It works out a lot better. It's more convenient. They can even have it connected on their computer, so it's a lot more mobile with them. We use it at home for regular communication with friends and family, posting pictures, videos for YouTubers. Going beyond that, a lot of us, such as myself, it's our primary means of reading the news anymore. It's so much more convenient. It's a lot more readily available. And then there's TV and video services. We use these all the time now in lieu of the older traditional ways. If these new rules are passed, internet really isn't going to be the way it is now, at least not in my opinion. Whereas it should be treated as a utility, so if these kind of actions don't happen, that's most likely going to be changing. Again, if these rules pass the final vote through the FCC on May 15th, I feel that our normal daily habits and how we use the internet are almost certainly going to be changing. But perhaps I'm wrong. Do you think that the loss of net neutrality and these potential changes and giving more control to ISPs is going to have a positive or negative impact? Do you think that maybe it's just going to stimulate more competition? I mean, on one side, I can see companies like Google really making that extra push to offer their services and telling other companies like Netflix that if you come over to us and help us expand our network, we won't charge you an extra amount to have faster connection. I can definitely see that as possibly happening. But there's all those other things going on in the news about that kind of service really being stopped in its tracks frequently that I'm not so certain about really there being any competition. So again, what do you think? Sound off below. I'm really interested to see what other people think and how they feel about these recent developments.